Alienware 16 Aurora laptop review script. Did you know that most gaming laptops lose about 15 to 20% of their performance within the first year due to thermal throttling? It's actually one of the biggest complaints I see in the comments when people talk about their gaming machines. So when I got my hands on the Alienware 16 Aurora, I wanted to see if it actually solves that problem. Link is in the description if you want to check the latest price on Amazon. Let me start with what jumped out at me first, which is the display. This is a 16-inch panel with a 16:10 aspect ratio, and it runs at WQXGA resolution. Now I know that might sound like tech specs, but what it actually means is you get more vertical screen space than a traditional widescreen, which is huge when you're playing games or doing any kind of creative work. The colors are really vibrant, and the refresh rate makes everything feel smooth when you're moving around in games. I spent probably 2 hours just playing some competitive shooters, and the responsiveness felt genuine. The actual performance here comes from the Intel Core i7-240H processor paired with an RTX 5060 graphics card. This combination sits in that sweet spot where you're not paying for more power than you need, but you're getting enough headroom to run newer titles at high settings without constantly worrying about frame rates. I tested it on everything from Baldur's Gate 3 to some lighter indie games, and it handled everything smoothly. The RTX 5060 has 8 gigs of dedicated GDDR7 memory, which matters because it means the laptop isn't borrowing system RAM to make graphics work. Here's where the thermal management really shows up. Alienware's cooling system on this model is legitimately the quietest I've experienced on a gaming laptop. You're not getting that jet engine sound fans make when they ramp up. It stays relatively quiet even during heavy gaming sessions, and the keyboard area stays cool, which matters if you're gaming for hours at a time. The 16 gigs of DDR5 RAM handles multitasking without breaking a sweat. If you're someone who games and streams simultaneously, or games while running Discord and a bunch of browser tabs, you won't hit any walls here. The storage is a single terabyte SSD, which is standard in this price range, though some competitors offer more. The physical design is worth mentioning too. It's not overloaded with aggressive styling or weird angles that make it uncomfortable to actually use. The keyboard feels responsive, and the trackpad is genuinely usable if you're not always plugged into a mouse. Weight-wise, it's reasonable for a 16-inch machine, though it's definitely not ultra-portable. For the pros, you're getting solid performance, excellent thermals, and a display that actually makes games look good. The build quality feels reliable, and the on-site service from Dell gives you peace of mind. On the con side, the display doesn't have the highest refresh rate you could find elsewhere if competitive gaming is your only focus. And the single SSD configuration means you might want to consider storage early on. Overall, this is a solid gaming laptop that won't disappoint. If you're thinking about grabbing one, that link is below. Let me know what you think in the comments.